What's up everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have not done a sit down and talk video for what feels like a really long time, and I think it has been a while. So that's what I wanted to do today. But today I'm just going to go through 10 quick ways to improve as a self-taught dancer. These are things that I have learned over the past 4 years that I've been teaching myself how to dance. Quick little context for those who have not seen my past videos that I'll link up in one of these corners. But I started dancing at 16 and I have been mainly self-taught for the majority of that time. I'm 20 now. So I thought I would go through 10 ways to improve things that I have found out over the years, things that I've done that have worked out well for me. Now everybody is different, everybody learns differently, so these may not work well for you, but hopefully it can give you a base point, like a starting line. So that's what we're gonna do. First one that I found that took me a really long time to figure out, actually, and longer than it probably should have, was to keep a consistent routine. This is something that I still struggle with. It's not an easy thing to do, but the way that I do this is I try to learn one choreography every single week, because that is what helps me get better, is learning new choreography, and that's just a me thing. Maybe for you it's freestyling or doing some improv or working on certain fundamentals and techniques. It really depends on who you are and how much you know, and really just keep that routine, because that is something that will in the long run really help you get better if you can establish that right off the bat, because then it'll already be built into your schedule and it won't be hard to try and fit that in. Does that make sense? That's number one, is keep a consistent routine. The second thing that I have found to be probably one of the most helpful things I've done, the biggest thing that's helped me improve, is record literally everything that I do. I have hundreds of videos from the past 4 years of me learning choreography or freestyling or whatever, just dancing in general, because I've never had a mirror besides the 1 year I spent learning at a studio, and that is so incredibly helpful to be able to see oh, when I move like this and it feels like this, it doesn't look like how I want it to look. So then I can go back and be okay, how do I make it look like that, and try some different things, because sometimes when you're dancing and you think you look a certain way, it's not quite how you look, and you want to be able to fix that and figure out why that is. I highly suggest you do that. And then it's also great to look back and see your progress, and look back and see how far you've come. As a self-taught dancer, it can get really hard, and it's really easy to get down on yourself and look at videos of people and just be why am I not there yet? But if you're able to look back and be okay, I'm not where I want to be, but I've gotten better, that will keep you going. The third thing I have found to be super helpful is to find alternative ways to move, not just dancing. So for example, running, not my favorite thing in the world. Really don't like it. But it has helped a lot with my endurance and my stamina. That's what I was looking for when it comes to doing choreography and dancing for longer periods of time. So running is something I do, and then I also do Pilates, which is what I did in my morning routine. If you want to see that, I'll also link it up in one of these corners. And that helps me with just overall strength and balance. Also, if we're being honest, there's days where I don't feel like dancing, and that's just what happens sometimes. And so if I can still move and gain strength, then that's awesome. That's what I do. The fourth thing that is a really good thing to do is set goals, because at least for me, I'm a goal-oriented person. If I can check something off a list, that is what keeps me going. So if you're the same way, I would highly suggest doing that. Set your achievable goals, and then set your high goals. I have my mini goals, here's the things I want to do that I can see that I can do, and then here's this big thing that all the mini goals are reaching up towards. And that is really important, to have that one big goal, because even though it feels like it's unattainable, if it's there, you have something to work towards, and it's not unattainable. Because if you're willing to work and try and get there, it's not always as hard as you think. Set some goals. The fifth thing that I highly recommend doing that has helped me a lot, to try different styles. So I am mainly hip hop, but I like to dabble in some contemporary or jazz. I just started doing some house. Really fun. Being able to have a little bit of background in different styles helps a lot in the style that you're mainly doing. in the style I do it is in hip hop. If I have some contemporary classes that I've taken and I know how to do some of those movements, it just overall helps me learn how to move my body in different ways. And in hip hop, I can kind of change it up and make it my own thing. So it helps me to find my own style. The sixth thing I've done that has been so, yes, I invested in an online platform that has online classes. I used to just learn from YouTube. Then I took a year of dance. I took one class a week for like 9 months. Recently, I invested first in T Milli TV, and then I switched to Monsters 365 because I went to Monsters Dance Convention. So I did that, and then recently I switched again and went back to T Milli TV because I wanted to take some different styles, some different classes, and try some new things. It is not that expensive. If you're able to do it, I highly recommend it. An unlimited platform of a bunch of classes from really great choreographers. The seventh one is to attend in-person classes if you're able to attend in-person classes. I highly recommend finding some places that offer like drop-in classes. You can just take one at a time, try it out. Dancing in person for me really helps me remember why I like to dance because I have that energy. It can get really hard and kind of lonely when you're just dancing in your room for a long period of time. I know, got the pandemic and things have gotten hard there, and I haven't been doing an in-person class in a while. If you're able to, I would highly recommend doing that because being around other people and having that energy and being able to get critiques from a choreographer or a teacher is super, super helpful to do. So highly recommend that. That's helped me improve quite a bit. The eighth one is just repetition. A lot of online classes that are not live classes, that are just filmed, are usually pretty short, kind of on purpose, so that you can go through it and then go back. So along with repetition is speed. I highly suggest you challenge yourself to learn choreography as quickly as possible, even if it doesn't look good. Like my choreography does not look good for a good amount of time. So I highly recommend you go through it as fast as you can, try and retain it. This is just really help you with your muscle memory, and then just repeat. And it's okay to repeat however many times. Sometimes it takes me days. Just go back through it because that's really the key. That is really the key to learning choreography is repetition and speed in a healthy, beautiful combination. The ninth one is to just listen to music all the time. Listen to music and move to music. One of the things that I have learned about my journey as a self-taught dancer is how to move to music and kind of predict music in a way. So just listen to music, move around, see what your body does, and then it'll become a lot more natural in your body when you're learning choreography because you already know how to move around to music and know how to move your body around. And then the last one is really to just be patient with yourself. I have a hard time with that, and I've had to learn pretty quickly how much patience it does take to learn choreography and to teach yourself. So if you have patience with yourself, that will actually help you improve a lot in the long run because you won't be as flustered, and when you're flustered, it gets harder to learn choreography and things just get a lot harder. So just be patient, enjoy the journey, have fun with the journey. It's not always easy, but it is fun. So really just try to enjoy it. Alright guys, those are my 10 tips on how to improve, 10 things I've learned on how to improve as a self-taught dancer. Again, these may not work for you, but I thought I would just share what I have learned in my time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications. There's a new video every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.